What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Actual VR podcast. My name is Kyle Mann, owner of Actuality VR, and this is the podcast where we take a look at the VR revolution in real time with real professionals. This week, we're reunited with Philip Walton. He's the official Snapchat Lens creator. He's one of the official Snapchat Lens creators, and he's the leader of the Filluminati. In this episode, we're talking about this year's Snap Lens conference. We're also talking about the future of wearable tech. And then finally, we're wrapping it up with some of Phil's original lens creations. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the content we're putting out, to go ahead and like and share the video. And if you don't have time to watch the video, you want to listen on the go, we're also on Spotify. We're also on Google Play. We're on Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you can find a podcast, we're there. Be sure to check us out there. And with that said, let's go.
They're so good.
50-50.
We've been recording.
Oh, man. Phil, it's great to have you back on.
Yeah,
man.
That's awesome to be back.
You've been gone a little while.
Yep.
You were at the Snap conference.
Yeah, the Snap Lensfest 2, which I went last year. It was an awesome event. I think there was like 60 creators there. This time it was bigger and badder, and just it was awesome.
That's super cool. And I know you got a lot of things you want to talk. But you brought me some Filluminati merch. I don't know if you guys can pick this up on camera.
Yeah,
right
this is an official sticker from the Filluminati.
Am I one of you now?
Sure.
One of them.
I mean, like people ask me all.
One of us.
People ask me all the time, am I part of it? Yeah, buddy.
When you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, now I have the. This actually works with a Snapchat lens, which is super cool.
It does. Yeah, I think we'll show that off. But yeah, I made an image marker for it, and this is just kind of an example of just some of the things that Snapchat can do. I'm a big evangelist for Snapchat, and
well, you've done pretty well. I think we had a little miscalculation the first time we were here on the number of views that you've had on your lenses. I imagine that number has gotten a lot bigger since we last talked.
Yeah, I'm up to 320 million on all my lenses.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that is absolutely insane.
Like 1 million new views every day or something like that. It's pretty impressive. Flattering for me. I'm happy that people are enjoying my work and liking what I do. I just kind of follow my bliss, I guess. Just creatively, and come up with an idea and like, I got to turn that into a lens. And so
it's super cool. If you guys don't follow Phil on Snapchat, so what you want to throw out your Snapchat?
Yeah, it's just Philip.Walton, 2 L's in Philip.
In Walton? No, in Philip.
Yeah,
Philip.
Same for Instagram too. If you want to follow me there, I
definitely
post other stuff there. They've kind of encouraged us to branch out into other media. Don't just stay on Snapchat,
which is pretty cool considering they're a social media platform or an AR company, but I think that's probably how they get. They're more open because it's like, hey, we're a technology company, right?
Yeah, it's cross pollination, I guess, is getting out there and more people can see your work. If you're just around the internet in various places, Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. You
got to be the advocate. Got to be out there.
Yeah. The evangelist.
So we've got you've got a lot that we're going to keep teasing this what happened at Snap conference because at Lensfest. Wait, what is it? Lensfest 2? What is it?
Yeah, Lensfest 2. It was called.
So there's a lot of some really cool things that went on there. I also want to go ahead and I want to show off some of your lenses, if that's cool.
Yeah, I've worked on some pretty cool stuff recently. So
we had quite a bit of time. If you check out Actuality VR's story, you could probably check it out on Phil's story as well. We were having some fun before we got on camera with some of the lenses. They're absolutely, some of them are hilarious. Some of them are really cool. Can we start with the Vapor Saber? That one, this was
for
the VR community out there.
So at Lensfest, the last thing we do is we do a hackathon, and so they group us into teams and give us a theme and say make the best lens you can in 3 hours, and every time.
So this was created in
no.
Oh, I was like, what?
No. So let me tell you the story. Lensfest 1, our team, we're like, got our prompt, and we're just going crazy with ideas and stuff, and we got way too ambitious and couldn't finish it in time. It didn't turn out how we wanted, and so this year we're like, this year is going to be different. And this year was not different. Yeah,
it was not different.
It was not different. No, we got our idea, and we're like, oh yeah, and just kind of like it just kept growing, and then we came up with the idea like we want to make like a vaporwave Beat Saber, inside a snap lens, and so we built this thing, and we ran out of time because it was just 3 hours is not a lot of time to build something, even with a team of 4 guys.
You mean to recreate one of the most successful VR games ever?
I mean, like
in 3 hours.
Yeah. So I came back, kind of a little defeated, but I was like, it's a good idea. So it's worth like finishing, and so worked with some of the guys on the team, and one is a really talented programmer named Ashley Fletcher, and he kind of helped me build up the functionality, and I did all the art, and
that's cool.
We got to include some awesome music from an artist named Young Bay.
Nice.
Yeah. And so
let's check this out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is when I was trying it.
Yeah. So it's got this kind of cool 80s aesthetic there, and
oh no.
On there, didn't it?
But you gotta get the point.
Yeah, so like it's.
I was getting used to it. It didn't take me long, but once I got it, you really have to listen. If you go to the music, like it just
grooves. Yeah.
I started to really get into it. I was curious. For some reason, I really wanted to like find a way to strap this to my face, so that way I could like swipe with my head and be able to do that. If there was a way to like put a selfie stick like right in front of you, that was super cool. I can't imagine. Have you done the fast pace? Like, have you on this game?
On this game,
yeah.
We built it with 2 speeds just so
which I thought was pretty cool when I saw that.
Right. Yeah, give people a challenge and stuff. But it's a pretty basic functionality and stuff. You just touch the block and it chops and does the thing. But so if it gets popular, if people really love it, we can do more with it.
Right.
But for now, it's just like I just wanted to see it through, and I think we did that. So
for sure, dude.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
That was really cool. And then we also what are some of the other ones we have here? Because we have the bat.
Yeah. So like the event was right before Halloween, so there's
nice.
I wanted to build a fun
a la Castlevania.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Really creepy.
Just a bat, just hanging out. Just a bat.
That's kind of like the eyes and the mouth thing. That can be really creepy sometimes.
Right. Well, I mean, this is kind of my signature style too. To just make a floating object with eyes and a mouth. That's kind of become my thing. And
the cucumber.
It's how you recognize my stuff. This is another lens that I was way too ambitious with. I had planned on making, like, giving you kind of this Dracula aesthetic, and then a puff of smoke, and then you turn into the bat, and that would have
really
been cool. But sorry, folks, you just got the bat.
Well, you shoot for the stars. Sometimes you land on the moon.
Yeah. Sometimes you end up in the icy reaches of space,
alone, drifting. What's this one here?
Yeah, so
producer Casey and Phil there.
Yeah, there's this trend out right now, and you got to be careful with memes, but
Okay, boomer.
This is great.
Yeah.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer.
That seems like something you could put and then just slowly start to zoom in on somebody right as they're.
Yeah,
that's great. That's a big thing right now. You also have some Visco filters and stuff. We didn't record any of those, but you have some of those as well, don't you?
No, I made one kind of as a joke. I called it Visco Inferno.
I didn't see the other part of it.
No, that's my little hidden dad joke inside there.
That was good. I like that one. I like that one a lot. So we have a couple more. We have a couple more. I want to digress here. Not digress, but I want to shift gears here. I want to talk more about the Snap conference. So there's like a lot of cool things that went on there. Could you give us? You gave a talk.
I did. Yeah,
You were on stage.
Yeah, I did.
How'd that go?
Yeah, me and another OLC named Allie Jackson. We talked about image marker technology and making art come to life.
That's cool.
Recently worked on a thing for the Nashville Film Fest. Did an image marker for them.
Oh, awesome! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
Yep.
Represent
I know.
Nashville.
way to do prep work.
I really do my research. His name is Philip Walton.
So there's this image marker thing that we did that on their logo it makes it open, looks like a the curtains before a movie, so it like opens up and you can see down, and there's like a little mini theater screen inside of there.
That's cool.
The problem with that was though, they put it up on the screen right before the movie, and so people are like conditioned in a theater to like not use your phone. Yeah, and then the guy came out right after that and was like, "Put away your phones before the movies." I was like, "No one's using this."
Oh no!
Yeah,
it's still really cool though. I mean,
So here's me
there you
gesturing grandly. And,
I want to say it again. I love this shirt, dude.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the short sleeve button up.
You gotta have that drip.
Where was this? We're getting
the conference was at their headquarters in Santa Monica.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
you were dressed appropriately.
I mean, yeah,
that was nice. So what was the biggest takeaway? Although we got a quote up there, Lens Studios augmented reality tools can enhance commercial artistic experiences with new dimensionality, meaning, and wonder. Oh, I like that.
That's a good quote.
That is a really good quote. So what is that? Is that the big takeaway? What's the big takeaway from that talk?
Yeah, well, I was kind of talking about. Allie comes from more of like a fine arts background, and she does these awesome like mural lenses and that uses like fine art paintings and stuff like that to make them come to life and be dimensional. Cool. and kind of a temporal experience that goes beyond just like look at a painting on the wall or a mural or something like that. And my side of it was kind of coming from more of a commercial art side of things.
Yeah.
So like making a book cover come to life or making a $10 bill come to life. And just talking about some of the stuff that I've done in the past that uses this technology. And I think people don't really know that you can even do this stuff. And I mean, that's something I try to talk to brands a lot about is it's just different ways to enhance an experience that you can do inside of Snapchat, which is like lightweight and everyone has access to it. And it can be easily shareable and stuff like that. There's a lot of reasons why.
Can you find that talk online? Did they film it or record it?
They filmed it. I don't know if they made it released to the public.
Okay.
I can always ask.
Could you go ahead and give that entire speech right now?
I need Allie here for it, so sorry.
Right.
I can't do it.
That was a silly question.
Yeah,
you need two people,
right?
So what were some other what are some of the things you're excited about from coming from that conference?
Yeah,
so talk about it.
One of the things, like I think last time I was on the show, I talked about wearable tech.
Yes,
and so they've released the Spectacles 3.
I've heard.
Yeah, and has like camera on each side, so it gives you like 3D photographs and stuff like that. And
I haven't seen it in action. I've seen the pictures. I've heard people talking about getting it, but I haven't seen anything from it.
It's really cool. I think like people were excited to try the Specs 1 and 2, first and second generation when those came out, because you could easily just like record an experience as it's happening to you, and this kind of gives you that same effect but in 3D.
That's
it.
So is this something? How do you feel that the spectacles? How do they fit into the future of like wearables and AR? Like what do you think that? How do you think that is helping that transition into getting more people?
Well, it's definitely making it more accessible to people, and it's really like better about creating like real experiences
Yeah.
for how people are seeing their world, and they don't have to like have their phone out anymore. I think they want to get
That's
rid
super
of
cool.
like
This
the phone getting in the way of your experience, and so breaking down that barrier so there's not a screen between you and what's happening around you.
That's cool. And as far as the interface goes now, and forgive the ignorance here, but when you're wearing those spectacles, is it something to where like once it's recording, does it automatically post, or is it then you pull your, like once you capture the moment, because you may not have been able to pull your phone out in that moment, but you were able to keep,
Yeah, there's a button on the specs where it'll like record 10 seconds of video or something.
That's sweet.
That you can do, and
that's awesome.
yeah.
We need to get some, Casey. We need some for the studio.
I'm on it.
We're gonna put them on you, and then just have you walk around during a crazy day.
That's just how I'll film the podcast. From now on.
Yeah. It's the first person experience.
The first person, from both perspectives. We'll just throw it together 10 seconds at a time, and we'll just edit it and post. That'd be fine.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds like a better podcast.
Okay, so the spectacles, the wearables, that's that when we talk, that's where technology is going in general, I feel. As we've seen with the Apple Watch, as we've seen with other wearables, but to be able to blend immersive tech into there, I don't really know of another. Apple's thinking about coming out with
Apple
there,
and the HoloLens 2 just came out too.
Yeah, which when we look at like wearable tech, as far as what you'd wear on a daily basis, HoloLens 2 is a bit you don't want to be wearing that down the streets of New York.
Well, yeah, and like Snap wants theirs to be very functional first. To be a good set of sunglasses that also can record some Snap.
They don't look
content for
awful. It's not, you're not trying to wear the Magic Leap around town.
Right. Or the HoloLens 2 visor is pretty cumbersome too.
Yeah. Although you would get a lot of looks if you're trying to promote anything. Just walk around with a HoloLens on your head.
I guess it really depends on what experience you want. If you're wearing a HoloLens 2, it's because you're doing something
That's true, yeah.
with AR that you want to be able to interact with versus like just out living your life. And
it's wearables for the creators out there.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So wearables. Was there anything else that you took away there and how does this affect the general people who are into, like, how does this change? What were some of the things there that are changing? We have wearables. Anything on like the software end, because they are like Snap, they're a technology company.
Yeah.
They've come up with some really cool. Is there any like cool technology that you can talk about that's really exciting, either for creators or that are relevant to maybe businesses that are looking to utilize the technology? What's out there for them that they can start to look forward to and incorporating into their business?
There are some cool stuff coming out, but not stuff I'd feel comfortable like mentioning right now until they haven't a chance to make an announcement about what features they're rolling out and stuff. But definitely some cool stuff to look forward to. And I always encourage people to, if you're interested in AR technology at all, go download Lens Studio and play with it, because there's so much stuff you can do inside of that. That's, you can just see the variety of different stuff that I've made, and there's just so much you can do now.
Yeah. I want to take a look at the rest of those lenses real quick. Speaking of, and these were done, you do these in Creator Studio.
Lens Studio.
Lens Studio, yeah.
Yeah, which is free software from Snap. Just go download it.
That's insane. Like the fact that the software is free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Illuminati, the sticker.
So this, if you have my sticker or any of my merchandise,
where can they find your merchandise, Phil?
They can go onto my Snap story. I post links sometimes.
Nice.
I'm not trying to be too,
of course,
crazy about.
You're not spamming buy my stuff
about plugging the merchandise, but yeah, and anything that has this Illuminati logo will trigger it. And I've got like a color changing coffee mug that it works off of. And it's just fun to do.
Yeah, we have. We didn't show it off last time, but you actually made us Actuality VR logo as well.
I did, yeah.
That's on the story as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We got a little floating icon, which is actually this one here.
So this one
Are we going to mute the sound on this one?
No. We got rid of that one. Play right here.
Yeah, so this is based off of something. I call it frog puppet.
Oh yeah. Well,
You
yeah,
know,
it's a frog.
Looks
puppet.
like a frog puppet.
Yeah. It's the only
some
thing.
people might recognize the. It's got similar features. But.
Yeah. No. Well, this one clearly. Okay, so we have six of these. Yeah. No. That's.
Yeah. So that tracks after off of your face. So when you open your mouth,
It'll talk.
The puppet's mouth tracks with you. So
awesome.
You could make your own puppet show.
You definitely could.
You could.
You definitely could. Casey has a good Kermit the Frog voice.
I will.
That he's not going to include.
But he's not going to do it.
I'll spare you guys.
Yeah. If you subscribe to the Patreon.
Gold tier, boys. Gold tier.
Let's warm it up over here.
Oh, yeah, just in time for
Tis the season.
this cooler weather here.
Yes, it's the best.
I mean, you gotta have the PSL.
Yeah.
Just me and the girls. Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. These are so much fun. I actually one thing that Snapchat does for me, because I'm not a daily user. I don't post enough to Snap. It's something that when it first came out, I used it a lot. And it's something I should use more often. But the most fun I've had with Snapchat has been with my mom, and my dad, and also my kids. Like that, those two, which are age wise, are totally different. But it all ends up, we sit there and we try these different lenses, and we end up laughing so hard. It's so much fun to just sit there.
There's some kind of magic to it. That for especially people that aren't really familiar with AR and like what it can do.
Yeah.
And when they open up Snapchat and put on a lens or something, it's just like huge smile and just something happens. Yeah.
That's something I've noticed with pretty much all of your lenses, is that they all get some kind of laughter from watching them and from consuming them. It's like, it's really, I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Well, actually, thinking about it, a Snapchat lens is kind of a joke. I mean, there's like a punchline to it, and it quickly tells a story and then hits a punchline, and then you're kind of done with it. But
that's super cool. Yeah, I didn't really think of it that way, but you're trying to deliver a story.
There's a setup and a payoff, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
it's a story.
Yeah,
and it's a story within a story. Okay, so what? Going back, was there anything else from the Snap conference that you think would be a good takeaway for maybe the people listening, or even people that are looking? Because obviously, for those of you that didn't watch the podcast that Phil was on the first time, you're also the co-owner of Big Bonsai LLC, and where you guys create AR and VR content for agencies and brands.
Yeah.
And this is something like you've utilized Snapchat in some of with some of your clients,
right? Yeah, we do sell lens experiences to clients, and to talk about Lensfest, I think the big thing for me was kind of getting to see all of my friends from around the world again, all the other OLCs, because we've kind of become this family, and gotten close, and it's been great to like meet new people there, but also see some familiar old faces and work together with them. And that's like been my goal this last year, is to kind of do more collaborative lenses, like that frog one. I'd be remiss not to mention Celia Goldstein that actually built the model for that, and so
that was a good looking model.
Yeah,
she's
super talented, and
and
was gracious enough to schlep me around the city of LA and give me like an awesome tour. It was so much fun, just
that's cool.
And I had never met her before in person, but like this kind of bond you have when you're part of the program, and we share ideas and we collaborate and share scripts that we've written and help each other out with stuff. And also we're often like helping other people that are interested in joining the program. If anybody's like looking to join the program and wants to know how to build lenses better, you can always reach out to OLCs, and We're really
original lens creator,
official lens creator.
official lens creator. Yeah, I kept saying at first I thought you were saying POC OLC.
OLC, yeah.
Official lens creator.
Yeah.
That's something. It's we're so in this community, in the immersive tech community, and we're surrounded by it, and we get to see the growth. And we're those people that you see, you saw the second time you came, that were there the first time. Like those are the bonds that really start to last. We start to see those people, every year, and that community starts to build, and your community starts to build, and it's so encouraging. Because outside of this community, you don't really know. Like, if somebody who's consuming Snapchat may not know that this is augmented reality technology. This is something that's built into Snap. It's just like something that they use, but that is like the future of immersive tech.
You don't even have to question it. It's just it just happens for most people, and it's something like when you're little and you're watching a movie, you don't really realize, hey, people worked on that movie. There had to be directors and writers and actors and stuff that put it all together. It's the same for making Snap lenses. There's creativity involved and production and blood, sweat, and tears.
A lot of tears.
Yeah,
a lot of tears. Oh man, that's super cool. Do you see wearable technology getting to the point, and I could see maybe Snapchat doing this, to where you have maybe the future spectacles being able to overlay filters onto people's face in real time?
Yeah, I think that's the dream. That's what all the companies are working towards, and some are saying, let's get the best version of the technology out, and even if it doesn't look great, people will still be using it. Yeah, and I think Snap is like, we want the gear to look good first, and to be a usable piece of accessory to your life first, and then if we can add some technology on top of that, I think that's the direction that they're going.
I think that's one of the things that Apple may be bringing to the table that nobody really has to this point. I'm not an Apple fan necessarily. Yeah. But I think one thing that they do get right is the form aspect of it. I think they're gonna
and they're working with Steam.
Yep.
So I mean, like, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that's a good piece of technology and pushes things forward for everybody.
Is Snap technology? Is it something that can exist outside the platform? Like, could you realistically incorporate the Snap technology into other wearables?
I think there's applications for using Lens Studio in different ways, but I think they want to try to keep that within like the boundaries ecosystem that they can control.
Yeah, understandable.
But yeah, I've seen them use like touchscreen TVs and stuff to make like a giant, like essentially like a giant Snapchat phone screen. Edit that out.
I was trying to help you, but I couldn't think of it. Goodness. And then like, no. Oh man. Dude, okay. I mean, I could definitely see how that would, because being device agnostic, I could see there being benefit, but as with any technology, you have Xbox and PlayStation. There's certain platforms where there are titles only for that platform. So, and it makes sense. But I feel like Snap is such a solid technology company. Like, I would really like to be able to see the Lens Studio be able to be applied to other pieces of hardware.
Like what?
Well, I mean, just any, like, to be able to put on, be able to use Creator for the HoloLens. So let's say you wanted to be able to create some kind of filter or lens to be consumed in a Magic Leap or whatever it is. I don't know what that integration looks like.
You can reuse your assets from one platform to another. I know there's creators that take their version of their Snap lens and port it over into Spark and put it on Instagram. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's not uncommon.
All right. Well, sweet.
But if someone is smart, they'd make something that would take your Lens Studio file and just convert
Drag and
it.
drop. Yeah, super. Yeah, no problem.
Convert to Spark. Hit the button.
Single button conversion.
Yeah.
That totally happens.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I think
I have one question.
Oh, yeah.
As
Casey
far
has a
as the
microphone.
so I do. I plugged one in. As far as I think, and we may have answered this, so I just want to just make sure. But as far as functionality goes for the Illuminati, for your dying log cabin cult-like fan base that you have, the Illuminati is very strong. What kind of functionality is there in the pipeline for them that they can expect? Without it revealing too much, I don't know if we've answered this question again, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask.
Can you clarify a little bit more?
Yeah, I think I asked a lot of questions inside of that question. The way that the Illuminati, again, very strong.
Yeah.
The way the Illuminati uses Snapchat, is that changing anytime soon? Like, what is the thing that they can look forward to the most in terms of what you saw with other lens creators?
from a user experience?
Yeah, from a UX experience.
Do you see anything that's going to change the way people consume Snapchat?
Consume Snapchat or my stuff exclusively?
I think Snapchat, but then your stuff exclusively, like as well in that.
Well, I talked about doing like a YouTube channel at some point.
You got the hey Illuminati. Do you want to see Phil on our YouTube channel?
They do.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
We're looking forward to it.
But I'm like, I don't know what to do quite yet. I'm still kind of working on that. I don't know if I should do tutorials or, something similar to the content I put out on Snap, which is a lot of dad advice. And
I love your dad advice, man. I love.
It's not for everyone. as likable as I like to think I am. Sometimes I rub people the wrong way. And
yeah, no, it's all solid advice is the thing.
Yeah.
The lens functionality, the search function. How long has that been?
Oh yeah, that's a really good thing to talk about. They've added some stuff. There's a create tab, and we'll get some screen capture of this.
Yeah,
that lets you basically make your own lens on the fly inside of Snapchat. It works like Tilt Brush.
What?
I know.
Oh, that's right now. We were on Tilt Brush. We were like right before you got
here. Yeah, it's super cool. So you can like build it in world space, or you can like put it on a lens on your face, and people have done some amazing work with that already.
So I could realistically, so I want to try to. It's almost like you can it's almost like face painting. If it's on a face, it'll track your face, and if you paint something on somebody's face,
it's building 3D stuff on your face.
Kyle, we're doing that after the episode. You guys stay tuned after the episode. We're doing that.
Right? Yeah, we'll get some footage of that. The other thing is that they've added the AR scan bar, which
cool.
is like a scanning feature that will look up whatever you've got your screen pointed at and bring you up some relevant lenses. And
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's very. It's an internal version of what maybe Google Lens is. It's like it will be able to search a database of similar items.
Like I've done this in Amazon where it'll do like a product scan or something like that. And that's how I order my dog food because I never remember what kind exactly I need. So I was pointing at the bag and like
this one.
I know it's got the Boston Terrier on the bag and. But then it like brings up the search result. And I'm like, oh yeah, that one.
That's super cool. I mean, I didn't even think about the way it can change the way you shop. That's because Instagram has a way for you to be able to purchase in like through your stories and through your posts. Like you can just tap on certain things. And Snap has.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. So follow my story and you can buy stuff.
Well, buy stuff.
Philip Walton, 2 L's.
Christmas is coming, folks.
All right, everybody's getting a Illuminati mug.
A Illuminati hoodies too.
Oh, you have Illuminati hoodies?
Yeah.
We need some Actuality VR hoodies.
Yeah. Well, we need our Illuminati hoodies first.
We need our Illuminati. Yeah, we need to cross pollinate. Not cross pollinate. We're gonna cross pollinate.
We'll be like we'll make the NASCAR style sweatshirts, which have a bunch of different logos.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That'd be super cool. But that's actually, I want to tie it back to the way, like creative ways that businesses can use Snapchat. If they already have a Snapchat presence, if they have the ability to create a lens that will then lead into
that you can link to a Shopify store.
Yeah,
which is really.
And if you have an LLC, then you can do that. Is it limited to LLCs or like just if you just have a Shopify account?
I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, so
Gotcha. Yeah, I get that.
I will just say nothing. But
You can. So I will sit here in silence. Your move, Kyle.
compelling. But yeah, I think if you're a business and you have a Shopify account, I think you can reach out to them and they'll work with you about getting an integration.
That's super cool. So realistically, right now, if you're a business who's looking to incorporate augmented reality as a sales tool, I mean, we're not even going to talk about the marketing potential, like brand awareness, all that. But as a sales tool, you have the ability, if you sell a product or even a service, if you're creative enough, you can sell that directly through Snapchat and Instagram.
Yeah, it has to be a physical good.
It has to be a physical good? Okay.
Yeah, so sense. You can't do like a song download or something like that.
Gotcha. Interesting. Probably because of the Shopify limitations, I'd imagine.
I think it has to do with iTunes, actually. So some Apple restrictions on...
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And on that note, Apple is evil. No. I think that's all the time we have today. So Phil, once again, could you let everybody know where they can find you on your socials? Where can they find you?
Snapchat, of course. Right. That's my daughter. So
of course.
Yeah, I'm posting stuff to Instagram now. Some
nice
stuff that's more like artsy photograph type of stuff that doesn't really fit my Snapchat persona. And then I'm posting stuff to Twitter now too occasionally.
Nice. You're on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn. What? You catch the most interesting content on LinkedIn. That's where you'll find all the crazy stuff.
I love the stuff on LinkedIn because it's so much trying to be content, but it's really just it's just sales and business stuff. Being like, hey guys,
humble brag. Phil, thanks again, man. Thanks for coming back on.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'll come back every week.
Every week. You heard it here first. Guys, I hope you enjoyed our time with Phil. I have a great time. I have a great time every time he comes on here. And if you've enjoyed it, again, don't forget, if you appreciate what Phil's doing and you enjoyed what we were talking about, and you want to throw a little bit of support to him, be sure to share the video, like the video, comment down below. We created this platform, this podcast, to give people like Phil a platform to be able to show all of the amazing work that they're doing. And there are so many people out there just like Phil who are creating amazing immersive content. If you happen to know one of them, shoot me an email, kyle@actualityvr.com. Let me know who they are. I'd love an introduction. Get them on the show. Give them a platform to tell all of you guys about the amazing things that people are doing. If you want to find out a little bit more about what Phil's doing, be sure to follow him on Snapchat. He's philip.walton. That's 2 L's in Philip. And also, too, he's on Instagram at the same username, and Facebook and LinkedIn. You can find him on all those places. And, if you want to check out some of the merch that we were talking about, be sure to check out his Snap Story because he's got, links down to all the merch down below. He didn't ask me to say that. I'm just saying that because I wanted to throw a little bit of love to you, Phil. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, have a good one.